Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers! It's good to be back. I've been away for a while since I'm in the middle of moving house. Last stage is currently underway. Last thing I need to pack up is this machine, so I'm going to record an episode and then leave. Anyway, today we're going to be working on something cool. So we've got the right-hand side of the ship done, right? We've got the right-hand side, we've got the bridge, we've got the hangar bay. The front could do some work, but we can do that later. It's just that this side here isn't really at all what I want right now. What we're going to do is we're going to build the shipyard. Da-na-na-na. Of course, you should have seen this coming. We're building a shipyard in this. Now, it's only going to be able to build small ships, or small large ships, or just regular small ships. So, it's not going to be the best shipyard, but it is going to be one that works. Now, we're going to be using, hang on, give me a second, Shipyard. And the lovely thing is, there's now mobile shipyards, which is brilliant. Adam has now realized I'm online. Oh boy. Okay, right. So, first things first. I've made a layout of the current pattern that we're using. So this is the central line of the modules, and then this is the exterior line. Now, the ship that I want to build in this is 7 across. And we don't have that much width in order to build it. Length is no problem. The length, if it's 7 across, we're not going to have a length that's 30. And then we also need to increase the height at which we can do things. Now, we can take away some of these blocks, right? Because those go into here. And we can artificially make this different because this side won't have any gates on it. In fact, we can decrease the size of this area to account for the larger hangar bay. So that's all good. I'll do that in between recording shots, I guess they're called. Anyway, first things first. First things first. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to designate where we end the observation area, because if we look in here, you'll find that we've got this lovely area here next to the assemblers. And we can set this up as the control room for the shipyard and what have you. I'm going to turn lights on so it's easier to see. So we can have this area as a control room, noting that we need to wall this area off, and you get the picture. Similar to that control room over there, actually. So if we say that here, right, this area here is the limit of our control room, then we can go out here and say, hey, don't go beyond this. Now, most of this is going to be temporary since we're trying to work out dimensions first and how we want the actual shape to look. I'll make sure that the armor fits before we start using this properly, because at some point we're going to need to do something about the menace that's been plaguing our ships for ages. Okay, so with that realized, what we can now do is the fun thing. Now we need more width, right? So the best way to get more width is to go outwards, like so. Right? It's going to be a bit bulky, okay? And it's going to be a bit bulky for quite a while. If we have a look at the shipyard blocks, this one, you can see that it's 1 by 1, which is pretty nice. I haven't worked out how exactly these work because I haven't had time to check. But if we have a look, it should have 1 point, which is a conveyor access point. In fact, what we can do is we can probably look up how to use it at the time. That might be a good idea. So what we want is we want 1 block in each 1 block range in each direction, leeway, so that we can place this mobile shipyard corner. Or, you know, if in case we're not going to use that method, just so that we can have extra wiggle room when parking the ship. So, good. Now doing this will give us 2 extra blocks width, which will place us to, well, a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in total, which is the width that we want. Now the length, that's kind of self-explanatory. We just keep going. Now, because we've got this lovely dent here and it's making the ship look nice, we'll make the ship look nice later. Or we make this section look really awesome. I don't know which one I want to do. But I think, if I remember correctly, we don't want the shipyard to be larger than 2 modules. So what we can do is we can just go down here. Right? We don't need a ship that's that long. So we can end it here, and that's the size of our shipyard. So just to make things easier, we're gonna put that all the way across, and this gives us our build area, which is pretty useful. Now, first thing what I'm gonna want to do, so I'm gonna want this section to be dismantled by the nanite factory. So we want a nanite we want that so that we can cycle through them. I want deconstruction. That's a private sale. Good. So that will get itself removed in times of need. Now, the height at which I want to be able to build, because usually you don't want ships that are square. You want them kind of squished or rectangular. Or they are square, but they've got bits on the side that make it wider. Sorry, I punched the microphone. So what we want is we want to increase the height. Now we can decrease this, so that's fine. The only thing I want to do is increase the height of this. Now, usually this would be the maximum height at which we do things, right? But today, we're not. We're going to increase the height by 1. It may not seem like much, but it will do its job. So if we get this in the correct fashion, we can then have that go all the way along to here, I believe I want it to be. If that's the regular, then we'll end here, I guess. Well, we'll end somewhere along this line. I'll place it here for now, and then what we can do is we can get this, separate this, and then deconstruct that bit as well. It's better than grinding it down completely by ourselves. Now the fun part. We've got to try and make this fit together. So I'm going to be back in a second once I have found a suitable pattern or a suitable format in which we can have this look nice. Okay, so we are back, and this is the monstrosity that I've created. It's a bit big. Well, it kind of has to be for the ship that I want to build. It works. It's got the interior volume, but it's currently a bit messy. I had to move the shipyards, well, no, not the shipyard, the hangar bay back a bit. It looks absolutely rubbish, but I'll do cleanup later because we're currently on a time limit. Anyway, we have mobile shipyard corners. Now, I don't know what the difference is between these guys and the regular shipyard corners, except from the fact that the new ones, first of all, are smaller, and they work in motion. They don't have to be connected to voxels, which is what you'd have to do. You'd have to merge your ship to a asteroid in order to actually use the other ones, or you have it in an asteroid base or on the planet like we did last time. Now, the thing is, there's one question that I'm trying to ask, and it's being a pain because I'm not very good at talking. One thing that I want to know is, in order to do this, I need to place the blocks in the as far corner as possible, which will be beyond this curve. Now, that is going to look rubbish. And the thing that I want to answer is, do these require line of sight to link up as a rectangle? Since they don't, you don't need beams like you do for this one. Well, you don't have conveyor stuff that you can combine, unlike this one. So we're going to have a look at how that works. It's going to be expensive, because of course it is. Apparently you don't want to sit on that for some reason. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to place them. So one here, except for the fact that that looks completely different. Oh, is it going to be one of those, is it? This is going to be fun. Okay, we'll go wait until that's built, because if I'm correct, then this is going to be painful. You know, if it builds, it requires targeting computers. Interesting. Hang on. Targeting computers? I mean, these things. Oh, for God's sake, people. What is it with you mod developers using platinum all the time? I bet you use targeting. Yeah, you use targeting computers as well. That's fun. That's new as well. So yeah, let's get that targeting computer stuff worked out. Hopefully I have enough platinum, because if I don't, then I'm going to be here a very long time. Yeah, we're good on platinum. It uses silicon and gold. Gold, platinum, lovely. Way to use up my expensive resources there, game. Okay, that's nearly there. Just a few more targeting computers, and we can see if I'm gonna have a very painful experience today. Because this is the way that it was oriented upon placing, which probably would explain why... Okay, no, it does work. Okay, good. Right. So I'm just going to build a simple rectangle here. Right? I can't place it like that for some reason. So we're just going to need to place a light armor block there. Place that there, and then place that here with another light armor block. Right, that will give us our base, and then we just need to go up, which I'll go up 3. Just to be on the safe side. And then we can place down the last remaining blocks, noting that that's not high enough. 1, 2, 3, and then we can place this guy. But I can't place them like that because this game is annoying. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, except you won't want to, and 1 here. Okay. This looks mad. But once we've got all of those built, noting it's going to need, what, 1,200 targeting computers? I'm going to need to produce some more. I'm going to produce quite a bit more, just in case. We should have enough. Let's have a look. Gold, yeah, we've got plenty. Platinum, we'll see. We'll see about that. Anyway, once that's done, we should be good. Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to link them up to conveyor network. I want remote conveyors, by the way. I want the ability to send things wirelessly, because that will be amazing. Or rather, it will be useful, to say the least. Now, need interior plate. Okay, I was thinking that no, you didn't want to do anything of that sort. You mad people. I need cargo. I want interior plate. I also want to get rid of you stuff. I need to refill my bottle, or rather grab a new one. Okay. Right. Now this is a temporary measure. This is basically for testing. If we're good on testing, then my life will be an easy one. If it's not, then I'm going to have a problem. Now what we're going to want, actually, is we're going to want this going along here. Because we wanted to link up to the nanite factory so that I can then use the nanite factories. Well, so then I can use the conveyor network from our main stuff in order to do this properly. So we're just going to go along like this. And then we're just going to get you curved up sideways. Good. That should be a conveyor pipeline in the making. Last thing we need to do is we just need to make sure that all of these are linked to the same network. So we need you. Oh god, this is going to be fun. Why have you got to make it difficult? Right, we'll throw that way. The conveyor stuff that I'm currently doing, that's easy. I can do that, no problem. Problem is, if I get rid of you, will you disconnect? The answer is yes. It just disconnected. God damn it. Ugh. No, I don't have a nano beacon. No, I changed everything. What am I doing? I'm delirious. From having been up 2 billion years. Right. Let's, you know, as a precaution. As a pretty reasonable precaution, we're going to do that so that, you know, things don't float off into oblivion every single second. Yeah, we can get rid of you and you. We can replace you with this guy and that guy, and then we can go around like this. In fact, why don't I just make towers out of conveyors? That would be a good idea. In fact, that's a really sensible idea. Yeah, you're going to take a while to disappear, aren't you? Yes. Shame. We can get rid of you, right? And then we can place you here. Good. I'm making a really, really bad mess at this. Taking way longer than anticipated, and that's disconnected because everyone loves. God damn it, game, you. Ah. There. You know, if this wasn't so hard to do, we would have been done by now so quickly. Because, you know, one face doesn't connect to the surface. Just one. Anyway. I'm slowly losing my sanity, if you couldn't tell. We want you placed here. Yes. Right. Once I, well, when I do this properly, I'll do it properly instead of this measure that I'm currently doing. You're connected, you're connected, you're connected. Something lagged. You are disconnected, so I'm going to have to wait for that to disappear. Because somehow you got disconnected. Oh yeah, you're still being destroyed because it takes forever to destroy this thing. Lovely. Okay, you're connected. You're not. Just for security measures. I need to drop some materials. This is taking longer than expected. Computers go, construction component go, steel plate go, motors go. Right. Place you. That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. Everything is connected except one more, so all I need to do is this, and then I can go into here, get you, and place that. Right. That should be everything. Okay? That should be everything that I need. And then we can get this thing out of the way. Okay, right. Rover. Rove, thank you. Why are you unnamed? Because you're the cargo containers I don't need. Ah, of course. If we scroll down, we can see mobile shipyard corners. Up to 8 of them because, you know, Mr. 4 and Mr. 7 decided to be weird. There's quite a lot of stuff here. If we select, well, we're going to need to wait for one of the last one to be complete. All tools must be on the same conveyor network. Yes, that one's incomplete, so therefore doesn't work yet. Okay, it should be better now. Good. All tools must be on the same conveyor network. You're connected. You're connected. You're connected. And you're connected. Okay. Is it because I haven't connected some of them? Yes, I've connected these. Ah, right. Slowly but surely, I will get this working. And there. So that connects those two. That is connected with this. And that's connected with that. Okay, good. They should all be on the same network now. Once it decides to be built. Is that everything? Yes, it is. Good. Right. Let's go Rover. Let's go Shipyard. All tools must be on the same conveyor network. You are. Unless you're not. Or perhaps I need to select all of you. Save off terminal. And then we go to Shipyard. No. Okay, right. All of you are apparently not on the same conveyor network because this guy's disconnected. God damn it. Sometimes I lose patience. Today, that's about to happen, and I'm out of power. Well, you could go build yourself. I'm going to recharge my batteries. This test is taking longer than anticipated to set up. Patience is wearing thin. And yes, I realise I could have done it better because I am a fool. Right. Are you willing to behave now, gentlemen? Okay. Shipyard. Good, you work. Okay, toggles guideboxes drawn around grids in a ship. Fill inventory, I don't want that on. And advanced locking on. Good. Build pattern from projector, from center, from corners. And then we've got beam count, grind speed, and weld speed. Good, right. Now, the fun bit. If I place you, no. If I place you, no. If I place you, I'm out of steel, that's fine. Technically I don't need all of this overbearing stuff, but I'm going to keep it just in case. We've got the unknown signal down there. Okay, if I place you here, and if I do this, will it get in the way? I need more steel. I can't access this because it's got a conveyor in the way. Jake is becoming slowly but surely insane. Well, more insane. Give me... I'm going to need to take this back in a second. Okay, right. That should all be good. And now I've got steel, we can place all this. Right? I want to see if I can build something with all of them covered up. Because that will make it brilliant. Like, on a ridiculous degree. You. That should be it. Yeah. So if all of this is happening, right, can I still build? That is the question. So we're going to need a projector, because this is going to be fun. Projector, you're going to face, well, it doesn't really matter where you face, but I'm going to place you like so. And I'm going to build a kind of thing, right? This is the volume of the interior of this, right? It goes too high. No, in fact, it should go higher, but whatever. Too high, 2 across, 4 long. I'm going to blueprint this. Right? This means I can now create it using the projector. Right. That's going to be the demonstration because it's going to use the maximum size. And if we go into Rover, we go find the projector. We want to go to now and disable its projection upgrade, don't we? Yes. Projection, no. Repair, no. Because we're testing this thing fully. Right, okay, good. Then we go to projector. Projector. We go blueprints, and we find the blueprint that we want, which will probably be large ship this. Okay, that's the grid showing that it's inside the build area. Because apparently the build area includes this. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll build that because that's an even better test than what I expected. That might actually improve. That might change everything. That might make my job a hell of a lot easier. Useful. Okay, right. So what we're going to do is we are going to. First of all, we're going to put world speed up to maximum. Beam counts up max. From projector, yes. Weld. Yes, you've selected the target. Hang on, I'll keep out the corner of my eye so that we can do that properly. Shipyard. Shipyard, what do you want? You want that. I've told you to weld. You don't seem to want to weld. Okay. No. Shipyard. Show the off terminal. So this guy. Max required output 1.3 gig. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we're going to put weld speed down a bit. Just a tad. Down to 1. And we say you're using conveyor system, which is good. If we say that shipyard, it's possible that the shipyards are losing their inventory when they receive it. So what we're going to do, what we're going to do, because it's going to be quicker this way, is we're going to go and find Tim, except that we need this. We're going to find the programmer block. No, we're going to find the timer and we're going to stop the timer. Okay, we're then going to go find the shipyards again. And we're going to weld. Okay, right, that wasn't a problem. Okay. Right. Could it possibly be these guys are in the way? So if I get rid of these... Right? Does that allow you to weld? So does it need immediate space is the next test. Shipyard, weld. No, okay, that's not going to work either. You know what the better idea is? We're going to go to projector. No, I'm going to go orient like this so that I can actually see what I'm doing out of the corner of my eye. Projector, because, you know, I'm trying to be... Okay, vertical offset, yeah, -1. That puts in the center, okay, that puts it center. So what we want to do is we want to go shipyard, weld. I don't think it did it? No. Okay, so if we do that, we get rid of all of these. Okay, if we do this... What the hell are you doing? I probably caused a bit of chaos by doing that, but whatever. Anyway, that should be good. So if we do that... This is the open test. If this doesn't work, then the shipyard is bugged again, as per usual. Shipyard, terminal, inventory screen. That. Here's a test for you. If I put... I can't access this because I'm not in the system. That's a good idea. Yes. Okay. Right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, no. We've got steel in the system. I don't need to do. Don't need to input it manually. Right. Shipyard, and then I go get cargo. If I put one in you, one in you, one in you, one in you. Oh, we don't have. We have a 5. We have 6. Don't have a 7. We have an 8. We have a 9. And we have a 10, which will be under 1. Okay. If I do that, they have all lost their inventories. That might explain it. Why are they all losing their inventories? Because I disabled the... Are you disabled? Where did they go? Hang on. Nano factory, turn yourself off. Let's try that again. What's pulling it? The nano factory is pulling it. Possibly because it's outputting. Okay. Just a theory. Turn that off. And then we try again, right? Okay, good. You're retaining. You're retaining your inventory. That's fine. Right. Let's do this. So that should be all the shipyards, and they have their things. We go in here, we say, hey you, weld. My patience is wearing thin. Oh, is the projector going to have to be in the build area? Are you going to make this incredibly annoying for me? The answer is yes. Give me a second. Okay, that should get rid of that. You know, it's an easier way, that we don't have a projector and that we just try to build this, right? That's going to make it much easier. The nano factory's off, so it shouldn't build it for us. This is taking longer than it needs to weld. In fact, no. You know what's better? Right, that's green. That's the thing that you can build now. Will you build it? No, that's probably something disappearing instead. Okay. Terminal, shipyard, and in fact, I'm going to just make this, you know, that. Right, so that I can go in here, I can go terminal, I can go shipyard, which will be at the bottom. that didn't work as expected. Whatever. And I say weld. You weld. Thank God. I was going insane. Okay, that works. That works. Okay. Now, excuse me for my use of admin mode, but I'm really losing my patience. And since all of this will be deleted anyway, I don't care anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover this up, try that again, and see if that stops it. You know, the test that I wanted to do in the first place. Okay, now that's done. And then what we want is we want all of these to go. Why you still... Oh yeah, because the nano factory doesn't pick stuff up anymore. Give me a second. No, the nano factory steals the stuff from here, so we don't want that to happen. No, it shouldn't anymore, so it's fine. Nano factory. Nano factory, you can turn yourself on. Don't build or repair. Don't. You're fine with everything else. Good, right. Pick the stuff up so that I can build in here. Or in fact, I could just do this. Right. Okay, you see what we've got here, right? The next thing that we want to do is we want to have this area built, but not built, if you get my drift. Right, we do this, we break this. That becomes floating for a second. That will stay like that. We go to Shipyard. And we say, weld. Thank God. Right. Mission goddamn accomplished, people. Right. Now that we know that that works, I can get rid of all of these steel plates or steel blocks that I placed in as a test. See, I'm showing you that they're going. They're going. They're going. There is no net worth in cheating here. I actually lost steel plates in this adventure, but it's a price worth paying. Now I can get rid of that. Now, we know that that works. It took too long. So we're just going to leave that hanging. And we'll be back in a second once this is all dealt with. Okay, so we are back, and after excruciating pain, we now have a shipyard. Woo! Yeah, whatever. So we've got it set up. It's got a total build area, including the block itself, of 7 by 5 by something. I can't actually tell. What was it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19? 19, 20-ish? Hang on, give me a second. We can just simply calculate using this. I wish I thought of it earlier. Yeah, 19. A 7 by 5 by 19 build area, which is sufficient for everything else. Now, the fun thing about these mobile shipyards, right, is that we can have them, noting, you know, how to rebuild, we can have them do this fun thing of fill inventory. And what that does is, you know how blueprints, they also include the what's inside the inventories when they're built. But usually when you build them in survival, they won't have anything from their inventories, so the reactor will be out and you need to put uranium into your reactor and you need to plan to make sure that that's happening and all that stuff. If you build it with this, with fill inventories enabled, it will fill the inventories with everything that should have been there. So ammunition, cargo, uranium, all that stuff will be part of the ship in their cargo containers, in their respective cargo containers where they should be placed, which is brilliant, right? It means that you can build fighters and then immediately deploy them without having to do anything else, right? It means that you can build capital ships that automatically work. You can build torpedoes, essentially. They're armor-piercing torpedoes that basically have a warhead, then a cargo container with explosives inside, right? The warhead goes off, destroys part of the armor, and then the cargo container breaks and the explosives go through and deal more damage, right? Armor-piercing. Kind of the point. The aesthetics of the current area are nothing to be yelling about, but I'll work on that. I mean, I've still got quite a bit in order to make sure that this new section of the ship doesn't look like utter rubbish. We also need to have a way for the ship to actually leave. I was going to do that this episode, but considering the amount of time I have left to actually do things, I'm going to have to do that later. But until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.